How to make phone calls from your ReaFX account. If you have a list of properties added to your follow-up system and you want to start making phone calls to those properties, first go ahead and click on the follow-up system. You'll find it on the sidebar right where it says follow-up. This takes you automatically to the following list. This is the list of properties that you've added previously to your follow-up system. On my follow-up system, I have a total of 140 properties. Let's say that I want to make phone calls to these 4 first properties. I want to make phone calls to 1642, 1600, 16902, and 1633. Remember, you can call any number of properties you want to. For this video, I'll just go ahead and check these first 4. Now that I've selected my properties, the ones I'll be making phone calls to, I'll take a look on my upper panel and I'll scroll and look for the option that says Call. If I place my mouse on top of the icon, it'll say Make Call. This takes me to the Please Vote section, and here ReaFX asks 3 questions. First, the type of contact you want to call. I can either select principal, so the system calls the principal contact, or the one set as principal for each property, but I can also select agent if I want to call only agents, attorneys, brokers, coaches, or I can go ahead and select owner if I want to. For this example, I'm going to leave it as principal. Second question, DNC, yes or no? DNC is do not call. This is basically asking if you want to call the phone numbers that are included in the do not call list. You can select yes, I want to call them anyway, or no, I don't want to call the phone numbers that are included in the do not call list. That's up to you. I'm going to leave it as yes. And also you can select time zone. Remember that now ReaFX is open for all the United States, so I can select which time zone I want to be making phone calls to, or if I want to leave it in any. I'm going to leave everything as it is, and I'm going to click on this button that says Make Call. Once I click on Make Call, ReaFX starts making the phone call automatically. As you can hear, this is already ringing. And let's say that the other person answered this phone call. Once the phone call is answered, I'm going to be able to take a look on any of the information that concerns this property. I have the property address, I have the zip code, listing price, and last offer I made over this property. Right now I'm on the phone, and as you can see, I have the counter so I can see how much time I've been on this particular phone call. I can make notes for each phone call I'll be making. So for example, interested in my offer. Here I have the number panel. If for some reason I need to select any options, maybe you need to mark an extension. Here you have the numeric panel, so you can do so. You can compress it if you want to. And once the phone call is finished, you can click on this button here that's hung up. Once I hang up my phone call, I can click here and proceed to call the next property.
The person whom you're trying to reach is currently unavailable.
The person didn't answer, so I'm here in voicemail. And if I want, I can leave a voicemail and add my node and hang up. Please notice that as I'm continuing making my phone calls, the properties that I've already called now are at the bottom and with a green check mark. And I can proceed to make the other phone call. I can do this until I finish my phone calls. If I selected 10 properties, I can do this for all 10 properties. Or you can go ahead and ask the system to go to the final one and end the cycle of phone calls. Here, once I finish calling all the properties I had on my list, the system will let me know that there are no pending calls in my list and I can click OK. Once I click OK, I can go back, clicking here on this arrow to my follow-up system. And nice thing is that now I can click on top of the address of any of the properties I just called, and I can go to the follow history, and you'll see that the phone call that I just made now is recorded in the follow-up history of the property. I have the date, the time, I have the action I just did, my call to, and this is the name of the contact I called, the phone number I called, the duration of my phone call, and the little node I made. So this will let me know the content of each call. Remember, each call you make, you can add a new node for each one. I can go back to my follow-up history, and remember, you can make as many phone calls as you need to, and for each phone call you can add notes so you can keep track on all the conversations you have. All you need to do is simply select on the properties you want to call at that moment and click on call. And this is how you make phone calls from here directly from your ReaFax account.